Hello! Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. In my last video, I taught y'all how to single crochet, so if you haven't seen that, go check that out first because that's one of the most simple crochet stitches. Today, we're going to be learning how to double crochet. But in the last video, I never officially introduced myself. So hello, my name is Jasmine. I'm the owner of Wildflower Collections. I'll be showing you some of my work right here. And my Etsy shop is going to be linked down below. So I'm really excited. We're jumping into the fundamentals first because I want you to have a really good foundation. When I first started crocheting, a lot of what I learned was on YouTube, and a lot of people have different opinions of what's right and wrong and what techniques you should use, how you hold your hook, what turning chains. And at the end of the day, I want to say that I'm teaching you the guidelines and fundamentals, but at the end of the day, you get to choose which style you like the best, what looks best for you, and break some of those rules. But I want you to get good enough to where you can break those rules. Like with any art, these are guidelines, not rules, because artists, we don't conform. Okay, we don't conform to one thing. You get to decide what's most comfortable for you and what you like the best. But I'm excited to dive into this with you and really teach you the foundation so that you can get good enough, and then we can start learning some of my patterns, how to make bikinis, how to make sweaters, skirts, etc. So let's get into it. Today I'm teaching you the double crochet. The double crochet. So let's go, let's dive in. Okay, so if you haven't already seen, on my first YouTube video, I showed you how to do the single crochet. Today I'm going to teach you how to do the double crochet, and today we're using a little bit of thinner yarn. We're using the Elise Cotton Gold. I love Elise. They're amazing. They have a bunch of stretch yarn, cotton yarn. It's beautiful. And this type of cotton is a lot softer. Sometimes cotton yarns are a little bit rough and not my vibe, but this one is beautiful. So this is acrylic and cotton. And the recommendations are to use between 2 and 4 millimeter hook. So today I think I'm gonna do a 2.5. Normally I would either use a 2.5 or a 3.5. For me, I like it to be a little bit tighter, so I don't like to use the highest recommended, but that's just personal preference. The smaller the hook, the smaller the holes will be in between each stitch. So just keep that in mind when choosing a hook. I think for today, I'm gonna use the 2.5. If you remember in my last video, we always start with a slip stitch and a foundation chain. So to do the slip stitch, I just go under and over, take this off, you'll have a hole, and you go through the hole, pull it up like a bunny ear. You know, when you were learning how to tie shoes, that's, but just with one bunny ear. So you're gonna put your hook in the middle of that hole, pull it tight. And again, to recap, this is how I personally like to hold my yarn. You hold it however is comfortable for you. I wrap it around this side of my pinky, up over my index finger, and hold it tight. Okay? You can pull it tighter from here. There we go. Okay, so again, I'm just gonna do a foundation chain of 12. I like when I'm practicing to not do too large projects. Once you get a hang of it, you can start doing larger lines, but just to practice, sometimes it's good to just do 10 to 12 just to get the hang of it. So today we're going to do 12. So to chain, you go 1, scoop your yarn up, pull it through, and you have 1 hook, scoop your yarn up and pull it through, scoop your yarn up, pull it through, scoop it up, pull it through. So I like to come around this side so that I can scoop it up. You see what I'm saying? So I like to come around the left to the right, pull it through, left to the right, pull it through. So we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Scoop it up and pull it through. 9, 10, 11, and 12. From here, to do the turning chain, we are going to chain 2 more. So keep your thumb on the 12th one so that you know where you're at, and chain 1, 2. To do a double crochet, okay, we are going to put the yarn on your hook, go into this 12th one that you had your thumb on, go through that V, grab your yarn, pull through. Now you have 3 loops on your hook. Grab the yarn again, pull through 2, grab the yarn again and pull through 2. Grab the yarn on your hook, go through the next V, pull up a loop. You have 3 loops on your hook, pull through 2 loops on your hook, grab the yarn again and pull through those 2. Again, yarn on your hook, go through, pull up a loop. You have 3 loops, grab the yarn, pull through 2, grab the yarn and pull through 2. Grab the yarn, go through the V, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, go through 2 loops on your hook, go through 2. This is how it should be looking with the double crochet. The stitches are longer and the holes are more as well. So again, grab your yarn, go through the V, pull up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2. Grab the yarn, go through the V, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, pull through 2, pull through 2. Grab your yarn, go through the V, pull up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2. This is how it should be looking so far. Grab your yarn, go through the V, pull up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2. Grab your yarn, pull up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2. Grab your yarn, go through the V, pull up a loop. You have 3 loops, go through 2 loops, pull your yarn through 2 more loops, go through the V, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go into the V, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. Now we're going to chain 2 to get the height, but this does not count as a stitch. Yarn over, and we're going to go into this first V right here. Okay, this V right here. So right here you'll see a hole right there. Yarn over and go through this one. Yarn over, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. You can also do the same thing with the turning chain just being 1 if you would like. 2 gives it more height so that it doesn't get too so it doesn't cave in too much at the end, if that makes sense. This is just how I do it. There's different ways to do the turning chain. So we're going to continue, yarn over, go into the V, and you're going to go through both of the V's. Okay, yarn over, pull up a loop, and you have 3 loops. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and go into the V, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go into the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go into the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go into the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. This is how it should be looking so far. And if you get lost at any point in time, you can just count the stitches. So at the end of this, we'll count the stitches to make sure you have the same amount. If you miss a stitch or you put 2 in one stitch, then that will create an increase or a decrease. And we don't want that right now. I'll definitely teach you a video on that later. But right now we're just learning the basics of the stitch. So we're going to yarn over again, go through the stitch, pull up a loop, 3 on our hook, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, and pull through 2 loops. Yarn over, go into the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, go into the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Beautiful, guys. This is what it should be looking like so far, and we're almost at the end. So again, yarn over, go through the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, go into the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And there you go. This is what we have so far. Good job, y'all. It's looking beautiful. So we are going to chain 1, chain 2, turn your work, yarn over, go into this one right here, the first V. Don't go into the chains, go into the first V. And if you get confused, you can count. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes, 12. We have 12. So if you get confused of which stitch to go into, you can always count backwards. But you see here is the V. It's the first V. So we're going through right under them. Go through the stitch and don't forget to yarn over, go through the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go into the stitch, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go into the stitch, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay. So we're gonna keep going. Hopefully you kind of have the hang of it by now. I'll continue to go slowly. Yarn over, go through the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. You got it. It's all about repetition. So if you continue to practice your stitches like this until you really get the fundamentals down, then it'll make it a lot easier when you start projects. For me, when I first started crocheting, I went straight into a project. It came out horribly, which is fine. That's normal, you know. But I think if I had started the fundamentals first, it would have made it a lot easier for me. So then I went back to the drawing board after my first shirt that I did, and I did the fundamentals, and I just practiced like this, just small rectangles everywhere until I really got the stitches down. I really got the repetition down. And then you start learning about, you know, how to increase and decrease and make shirts, and I will be showing you all of that. So that is the end of that row. We have 12. Not really liking how this looks right here. That's fine. Okay. Chain 2. Yarn over. Go through. Pull up a loop. Yarn over. Pull through 2. Yarn over. Pull through 2. So one thing about double crochet is that the turning chains can get really annoying. So I'm actually going to show you after this row different types of turning chains and what it looks like if we do it that way. And you can decide for yourself, because the turning chains can get a little bit wonky when it comes to double crochet sometimes. Alright, so I'm chaining 2 right now for my turning chain, but I'll show you what it looks like when I chain 3 or when I chain 1 right after this. So we're gonna go slow with this one more time just for a refresher. Yarn over, go through the stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Yarn over, go through the stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go through the stitch, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, and you leave 1 loop on your hook, remember, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, go through the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go through the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go through the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go through the stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go through the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over. We're going through this stitch because these are 1, 2, and we're going into the 3rd one because that was our chain 2. That doesn't count as a stitch. Yarn over, pull through that stitch, 3 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. This is what we have so far. This stitch, I believe that I just made it a little bit too loose. So it's looking a little wonky on this side. But when you're doing bigger projects, you're not gonna see that. But let me show you what it looks like if you do 1 turning chain. Chain 1, turn. I think think if you chain just one, you need to chain a little bit looser. Turn your work, yarn over, go into this first one, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two. And then that will be the stitch that you're going into. The problem with only doing one stitch is it's not as high, so when you come back down here, there will be a little bit of a slant, but let me show you exactly what that looks like. So I'm just gonna go a little bit fast on this part because I just want to show you the difference of turning chains and what they look like exactly. If I'm going too fast for you, please skip to the first part again so that you can really see what I'm doing right now. I just want to fast forward and kind of show you what the different turning chains look like. So again, we're just chaining one this time. This is a different way to do a turning chain. It's up to you which one you prefer. Go through the first, pull up a loop, pull through two, chain over, pull through two, yarn over, go through the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two. And then this is the last chain that you go into. So these two are with one turning chain. This is with two turning chains. So this one I think has a little bit more of bumps. I usually, honestly, personally, just do the one turning chain. If you do the one turning chain, you got to be really careful that you do the turning chain a little bit looser so that it doesn't pull the stitch down. Let me show you just one more time with one turning chain. I honestly, for me, I'm not even going to show you with the three turning chains. I don't use it. I think it looks really ugly. I think it ends up being a big hole. Even with two turning chains, sometimes you get a little bit of a hole here. I don't like the three turning chains, so I'm not even going to teach you that. All right, so chain one, go through, yarn over and go through, pull up a loop, yarn over, go through two, yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, go through the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two. I'm going to stay with you through this if you're following along, so I'm going to try to slow down just a little bit. At the end, you will see the difference. And then the last one, you can clearly see right there. I did this one a little tight. That's what I'm talking about, is that you need to make sure that your turning chain isn't too tight. Okay. There we go. So, just to recap, I'm going to turn it over. These were with chain 1 turning chains, and these are with chain 2 turning chains. So you can kind of see there's a little bit of a bump with the chain 2. I think I honestly prefer this. Just keep in mind that it's whatever you prefer. Neither of them are right. You can also do the 3. I personally just don't recommend it because I think you end up getting like really big holes in the side that look kind of like this. I don't like it personally. I like the 1 turning chain. I think it looks a little bit more seamless. So there you go. So again, to fasten off, what we're gonna do, you just finish your double crochet, and you know how normally you chain 1, so you're gonna chain 1, and then you are going to pull that tight. Then we cut, and you just pull this straight out and it creates a knot. Okay, now today, because the other day in the other video I didn't teach you to fasten off and I just cut these straight off. Please don't ever do that, ever. The thing is, I'm moving, and at the time I couldn't find my needle. Look at this, I found a needle. So I'm gonna teach you how to weave in your ends this time for real. Normally I would have a tapestry needle because so that it doesn't do that. A tapestry needle just has a bigger eye. But we're making this work today, okay? We're making it work because I have no other option. I can't find my tapestry needles. Y'all, moving is so painful. So hard. I still have a bunch of stuff in my boxes. Okay, so I just threaded my needle, okay? What I am going to do, what I like to do is, do you see the top right here with the V? So first of all, decide which your front and back is. That is up to you completely, whichever you think looks the best. I believe there's supposedly a right answer, but I disagree. So whatever you think is the best. I like this side better. You can kind of see the difference. This just looks a little bit more dull to me, I don't know. So this side is my front. So we're going to leave the front here. I like to go right through this V and follow this front V. So I'm going to take my needle, go into the back. You see how that kind of creates a nice little stitch there. And then we're in the back. You're just going to try to pick up like full stitches and go underneath them. Okay. There we go, beautiful, beautiful. And just make sure I'm not doing anything stupid. You can just weave under, over. Beautiful. I usually like to go through these bottom ones because this is where you can't see it as much. Okay. We just weave it in. And boom. You can tie a knot after if you want. I don't. I just weave it in enough. See how we're going under these stitches on the base. And weave it through. Boom. Cut it off. See? You can't see a thing. Beautiful. Get a tapestry needle, or at least a needle with a little bit bigger of an eye, because sometimes tapestry needles are really thick too, which is also annoying. Like this part of it's really thick. So honestly, do whatever you want. Honestly, that's what art is about, is doing whatever you want. Learn the fundamentals and then do whatever you want with it. Okay? Like, we don't follow rules, we follow guidelines. I'm teaching the guidelines, not the roles, okay? So genuinely do whatever you want. So here I don't know if I was off camera for a second, but anyway, I like to just do, you know, go under these beautiful little guys right here and right here. You can go under and over if you like. Pull through, and don't pull too tight. If you do accidentally pull too tight, just pull it back. Okay. And then a lot of times I like to just kind of like weave a little bit more. So I'll weave up here and over here so that it's definitely very fastened. And then we pull through. Okay. And cut it off. And boom! You have your beautiful, I think we're upside down. There we go. You have your beautiful little square. So remember, no, it was this way, because this is what it looks like when you have the chain 2 turns, and this is what it looks like when you have chain 1. Oh my god, my nail's getting caught on it. So chain 1 right here, turning chain, chain 1. This is what it looks like with the chain 2. So sometimes you get little holes in here. Genuinely, if that really bothers you, you can take your tapestry needle, put this through, and just kind of like put it through here. Thread your needle, obviously, please. And through here. I think it's a lot of work for no reason though, so I don't really recommend doing this. I don't think it's necessary. I think if these holes bother you, just do a chain 1, you know? But if you want to get rid of the holes, you can always just tie a little knot. And obviously end up tying in the ends like I showed you before. But that creates something that, you know, so that you don't have these little holes. And then you just tie in the ends and you won't have holes. Also, again, the bigger the hook, the more holes you're gonna have. And with double crochet, it's a lot looser. You're gonna have a lot more holes if you do double crochet versus doing single crochet. If you have an even bigger hook, a lot of times there's gonna be even bigger holes. So just be aware of that when using double crochet. And I'm going to cut this off even though it's not double knotted. I personally would just leave the holes. That's just me. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this tutorial. Please let me know if there's anything I can do, anything I can help you with, anything that I didn't explain today that you need explained a little bit better. Let me know if I went too slow, too fast. Give me feedback. I love feedback. This is only my second YouTube video ever, and I really enjoy sharing this information with you because it was a hard time for me when I first started. So I love to put that knowledge out there after I am not a beginner anymore and I started my own clothing line, mostly bikinis, which I will show you after you learn the fundamentals. Once you learn the fundamentals of crochet, I will start teaching you how to make bikinis with me, how to make shirts, how to make skirts, cardigans, whatever you want to see. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Love y'all. Thank you so much for the support. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.